And we are live, and it's Thursday night, a little bit earlier than usual, although it's later than what I originally anticipated. I'm not even going to apologize for it, man. It's been that kind of a week. Needless to say, I'm your host, your most humble host, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. Gotbot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you are at it... Ooh. There. Our bell didn't want to work with us, but hit the bell for notifications because it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, Transformers, Collectors, NL, and the Autobot family. Have a look for me everywhere across social media. I'm just going to adjust a couple of things here a little bit. Trying to work on making the lighting a little less harsh. I don't know if it's working. We'll see how it goes. But how much changes in a week? What a week I've had. Hope you guys have been having a great week because mine's been iffy at best. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. I do, however, need to get something because if I don't go get it, we're not going to be able to do the trivia question for today. So bear with me a moment. Okay, so we're going to pretend like I was all ready and all set when this went on, even though I wasn't all ready and all set. I probably after losing a bunch of viewers. We'll see what happens. Okay, so first things first, we're going to do the trivia for tonight, get it out of the way. I thought it was a great question, actually. And the question is, what was the strange side effect that the key to Vector Sigma had on Earth? What was the strange side effect that the key to Vector Sigma had on Earth? Was it A, it melted objects? Was it B, it had the ability to control robotic Centurion droids? Was it C, that it was capable of transforming matter into metal? Or was it D, it gave Transformers a power boost? So was it A, melted objects, B, control Centurion droids, C, could turn objects into metal, could turn matter of all sorts into metal, or D, did it give Transformers a power boost? Nice one there. I think a pretty easy one for tonight. While you guys talk there and whatnot, I'm going to just set things up here ever so slightly. One good thing that did happen today. I got a new haircut, for whatever hair I got left, for whatever hair I got left. It's probably not much, but hey, we work with what we've got, Yeah, it's been quite a week, man. Quite a week. Just going to check in here with you guys first and foremost. Dinosaur Planet, hello to you, my friend. And yes, you were the first. John, glad to see you here, buddy. John is second, yeah. Dragonfly, glad you're here. I just asked the trivia question. Nevea, glad you're here as well. Let's see. Joe Mama, Brendan, Thor Stop Motion Studios and Reviews. Hey, glad you're here. Going down here quickly. Maximal 10, you say Gotbot leaves and trips and falls down. Wait till I tell you how my week has gone, my friend. Wait till I tell you. Let's see. Sam, glad you're here as always. Oh my. Let's see. It was Sam got it first. It was C. It could turn matter into metal. Yeah, it was not B. It was actually not B. A lot of people guessed B though. And let's see. I guess that's about it. Looks all right, but might replace the trailer. Yeah, I've talked about Earthrise Optimus a couple of times. Last week on the show, I talked about Earthrise Optimus and his trailer. Now, very first thing I want to do is I do want to give a shout out because I promised it a little while ago. Here on YouTube, it is to LD Gaming LOL, capital LD space gaming with a capital G space and LOL a capital L. He is a gamer. He's also on Mixer. I think he's on Twitch as well. So check him out. Young guy trying to kind of break into the kind of gaming community. Check him out. Someone I've known actually for years. Okay. Yeah. So my week. This is kind of how my week went. Last week, if you were here for the live show, I said that I was going to actually show this week the start of a custom that I've been working on for about a year now. Obviously, that hasn't happened. It hasn't happened for a couple of reasons. First, I was interrupted. I was interrupted by this week's pickups. I did do one custom, and if you were around yesterday, you saw that I sort of updated my look at Astrotrain, and I showed my custom mini cassette enemy, who is basically Rumble Frenzy with a red and blue motif. It works for me for that mold because for Rumble Frenzy, I'm going to keep the Combiner Wars ones. But the other reason that I have been interrupted this week is because, to my shock and surprise, these two lads showed up. This is the Siege Crosshairs. This is the Siege Spinister. And yes, I do have them holding Battle Masters of sorts. I'd hoped to get Crosshairs review up today. That didn't happen. Time got away from me. So my plan is tomorrow to put up both Crosshairs and Spinister. These two guys are very significant because they are the last two that we need to look at before having a discussion about whether or not Siege was objectively worth it. Not as a fan, but was it actually monetarily worth it? And I'm going to try and make the look at these guys relatively quick. This one, kind of far more interesting because it is a new mold. Both excellent representations of the characters that they're intended to represent. Fantastic representations, but are they fantastic enough to be justified? Well, we'll find that out tomorrow. Ton of paint on this guy. Ton of paint. Very functional. And this is the one time that we have had battle damage where it really didn't bother me, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Yeah, kind of showed up at regular retail here to no fanfare. Sort of shocking, actually. Also, a personal friend of mine was going through his comic book collection, and he found this. Now, we're actually going to take a little look at this. I'm not sure when. Coming up the week, maybe. I'm still hoping to get to that big custom this week. It is issue 61. It's old. We're going to kind of go through it. It's sort of fun. Part of what I found interesting about this were some of the pages that had ads on them, because I thought a little while ago about how did we find out about movies and whatnot when we were little. I totally forgot about ads in comic books and magazines, you know. Where there's a will, there's a way, man. So we're going to have fun. We're going to have a little look at this coming up sometime the week. And I'll do this now. I just wanted to offer one more final update to Siege Astrotrain. Again, it does not change his score. But if you saw the kind of joint review of him and Enemy, then I explained there that I missed a transformation part in each section here. In the robot, I showed the way the leg panel goes in. With the shuttle, I showed how you can tab in the fin that's on the top. And in Train, I explained how you pull down the front, but I didn't like the fact that we had tires in here that aren't in line with the rest of the wheels. I don't know what sort of train tracks are in your neck of the woods, but just saying. And it was pointed out to me that I still forgot something. You see this little light up right here? I did not flip out the parts for that anytime. Now, all of that, I guess, adds to the nose of this guy a little bit, but it doesn't overall change his score. I do think that the little light is kind of keen. I think that's sort of neat. I don't like having to try and slide these purple pieces down on an angle. On my copy, it does not work. If anything, I should mark the transformation down because of it, but I won't. I won't because it's still pretty fantastic and fluid for the most part. So that's kind of all of the pickups and the, spit this out in a minute, pickups and the reason that my reviews sort of changed the week, or part of it. It's also the conclusion of our trivia. We got that out of the way. Now, before I go on with the other reason that my plan sort of changed this week, I do want us to take a minute of silence. We didn't do it last week, and I meant to, for DC Fontana. DC Fontana was a writer, actually, that I knew as a Star Trek fan. But DC Fontana did have a connection with Transformers via, at least, Beast Wars. She wrote Crossing the Rubicon, which I believe is the episode where Black Arachnia gets her transmetal body. So I'm going to take a minute. I just like a moment of silence, just in honor of someone that contributed to our community who has since passed away. And that moment is up. But, you know, I like to do things like that. You know, it's somebody who did contribute to our lore. Black Arachnia, a fan-beloved character, somebody who contributed kind of significantly to that. So, like, you know, I like to kind of, I guess, pay respects where it's due. Now, the other reason that my review schedule and whatnot changed this week, this has been a very busy and trying week for me, to say the least. On Monday, of course, I went to work like all of us do. And I left there and I had to go to the dentist. Some of you know, some of you don't know that I've had a severe pain in my jaw for, I don't know, a good month and a half now, I guess. Like a long time, too long. And it's been on and off. But I said, I'm going to the dentist, so I'll wait until I go there. And I went to the dentist and found out that part of it is a knot in the muscle, in my jaw muscle, brought on by stress. So I need to actually try and de-stress a little bit. But the other one is the tooth on my upper jaw over here, next to my wisdom tooth. Not my wisdom tooth, the tooth next to that. And my dentist asked me a question that I've never been asked by my dentist before. She asked me if I'd been struck in the face. Now, here we say, did you get beat in the face? It's a local colloquialism, but basically she asked me if I'd been hit hard in the face. I said, I don't think so. Don't remember getting hit in the face, but I don't know, in doing housework, you know, out around the door, in the yard this past summer, or in doing some renovations, maybe something happened and I like hit my jaw and shook it off and just kept going. I don't recall now. Why? She said that the root of that tooth is dying, and that's what's causing me pain. But she said the tooth does not have a cavity in it. And she said normally when a root is dying, the cavity is eaten up through the tooth, and you end up having to have a root canal. They're not really sure what to do with my situation. And she said that she has to, like, you know, coordinate with some people or whatever. Like it could be like 6 months or something before something is done about it. I'm not going to be able to live like, I'll get it pulled out long before that. So it's actually quite painful. That has affected things because sometimes, some days it's been worse than others. The other thing that happened is Tuesday. I was actually trying to do something good. My Starscream wife was gone to get a haircut with the Scraplets, and she was coming home. And I said, you know what? I'll pick up supper or dinner, whatever you call that main evening meal. I'll pick up supper for the family. Let me know when you're leaving the salon, and I will go then and pick up something to eat. And sure enough, she did, and I left to go get something to eat. And when I left to go get something to eat, it was very rainy and very windy here. And there was this huge like billboard sign outlined in 4x4 wood for a campground. And it blew off and it came across the road. I don't know if you've ever experienced like a deer or a moose or a caribou or some other wild animal that comes out and runs across the road right in front of your vehicle. But for me, it was a huge sign. I naturally swerved to avoid it, but it did clip my bumper. So I've also been trying to deal with insurance the last couple of days, not going very well, while working with a pain in my face. It's a rough go. Plus, I'm trying to get the work done to get up this year's Christmas stop motion. So we're going to get everything done. Bear with me. The kind of situation keeps being a little fluid and changing a little bit, but we'll get to it, man. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry. I'm going to check in there with you guys before. I'm going to check in with you guys before we go on with the reveals and news and notes from this past week. It's been a strange week, man. It's been a strange week. What do we have here? Nice Christmas lights, thanks. We have a lot of Christmas lights around here. I'm a big Christmas fan, actually. It's the one holiday that I actually like. Let's see. You've only found Crosshairs. I was lucky when I contacted the store. The salesperson I spoke to said, "Oh, we have Crosshairs," and they said, "Oh, wait, we do have one Spinister left." So I said, I'm coming, man. I'm coming right now. And I went and I picked them up, and I was very happy to get them. Hey, Larkin, glad you're here. How's it going? Loaded question, buddy. It's been a rough week. Psalmist 44. Can't wait to see your Crosshairs and Spinister review tomorrow. Both of them. I done it last week to make up for things. I gave you guys 2 reviews on a Friday. I'm going to do the same thing this week. I'm going to give you 2 tomorrow afternoon, my time at least. Sometime, but they're both going to go up tomorrow. I want to get them out to you because I do want to have that Siege discussion, and I do want to get to that custom that I've been talking about seemingly forever. So I'm trying for you guys, and honestly, I was on with my job. I considered not doing the show tonight, but I wanted to be here for you guys. You guys are here for me. I wanted to be here for you. Let's see. Spinister looks like a nice upgrade to the G1. He very much is. And to my shock, I actually don't mind the battle damage on him because it seems very uniform and not heavy-handed. His articulation is astonishingly good. And the head sculpt is gorgeous on him. But we'll talk about the details of him tomorrow. But as you can tell, I'm already pretty impressed. Transformers and video games. Holy, it's so very rare that you managed to get in here, Em. I'm so glad that you buy. Eddie, glad you're here. Eddie actually contacted me earlier about Earthrise Cliffjumper, who we're going to talk about in the news, notes, and reveals. I'm glad somebody was looking out for me. I usually catch this stuff pretty early. I'm usually on top of this stuff, but nevertheless, it never hurts to kind of point it out. Let's see. Going down here. Anybody take off the tank treads of Siege Megatron? I didn't, but if you take off his tank treads, he's not going to be able to do the conversion. What I did do, however, is I took that weird blaster thing that came with Soundwave, that gray one that nobody really knows what it's for, and that pegs on Megatron's back and looks like his gun barrel a lot better than anything else. It's even proportioned the right size. Highly suggested. ACP, always happy you're here. Let's see. Chicken fried steak, happy you're here, my friend. Boots Guardian, glad you're here as well. A lot of people coming in here tonight. Teeth and back equal the worst. Man, do I know it. I've had trouble with my back for years. I've never had an issue with teeth. Never. Even when I've had like cavities, I've never noticed it. But this is a completely different beast. That's not the best of it. On top of all that story I just told you, I have to get up 6 a.m. my time tomorrow, just so we can put this in perspective. That's 4:30 Eastern tomorrow to go to work. That's how early I got to get on to go tomorrow, which is why I want to try and do this quickly tonight so I can actually relax for a little bit, maybe let my jaw unclench as we head into the weekend. And of course, we're getting closer to the holidays. Obviously, I'm sure you guys probably know that when the holidays come, we're probably not going to do the live show. I mean, it's holiday stuff coming on. Maybe I'll try and fit something in, but don't be shocked if we miss a bit of time then, because, it's family time, man. It's family time. I'm excited for the holidays, even with my face. I'm looking forward to it. I always love the holidays. Hope you are too. Let's see. Yeah, Thor just there. Hurts like shit. He's right. Absolutely right. MWG, glad you're here. Dental problems are never fun, my friend. Ninja Bill, glad you're here as well. I'm really sorry to hear about the jaw situation. It's funny, Sam, that you mentioned about getting your front teeth shattered. A friend of mine, he's a pharmacist now. He had his two front teeth shattered when a teeter-totter or seesaw, whatever you want to call it, hit him in the mouth. And it was not a pleasant scene, man. He was about 10, and I think he got like porcelain caps or something, and I think he's had them changed a couple of times. Not fun. I got a new respect for anybody who has like, a jaw that hurts or mouth pain or something. Absolute new respect for it. Let's see, going down here. Yeah, Spinister doesn't have battle damage. He has incomplete stripes on his legs. He also has it on his forearms. I didn't notice that at first, but he does have it on his forearms. Let's see. It's been showing up lately. Anyone else seen that? I've seen a couple of people with Earthrise stuff show up. Most of it is overseas. I don't know how they're getting it. I'm sure they're paying an arm and a leg for it. It's not worth that to me. Not Little Legends Cliffjumper. He's great and all. We'll talk about it in a bit. Let's see. I went way down there. Marvelous Prime, happy to see you in here. It's been a little while since you and I talked because I haven't had an opportunity really to do much work on the next episode and whatnot. But glad that you're here nonetheless. Thought the sign was a Transformer sign. No, it was not. And I would like to believe if it was a Transformer sign, that it would not hurt my car. Very much. I wish that I had a billboard promoting Universal Collision. That'd be great. Going down here. Let's see. Hey, ACP got a blue streak today. We're going to be looking at blue streak coming up too. But I haven't had the chance, man. Stay tuned because, I got thoughts up here in my head about all this stuff. Like they're probably jumbled up and they're not right because it's me. I'm a little messed up, but like they're up there. I promise you, they're up there. Yeah, I got Spinister today. Boots Guardian just said I got Spinister today, and I love him. Now I gotta wait. What? Now I gotta wait for Siege. I might just customize a hair splitter like I did for my Titans Return. Quick, I done that with hair splitter. Still waiting on Singe around here, but he'll come, man. He'll come. I'm not worried. Probably still gonna have to customize him anyway. Going down here. Steve, glad to see you're here. I think we're almost down. I gotta be honest though, Dennis. I gotta stick around for a bit and then go. Hold on. Okay, going up here. What do we have here? I made a fan mode for Siege Megatron. That's interesting. I'd like to see that, Thors. I gotta be honest though, Dennis. Gonna stick around for a bit, then go join Arbitrary Hero stream. Okay, I don't know who that is, but you do you, Ninja Bill. You do you, buddy. I don't think this is gonna be too long tonight anyway. I mean, we've got the news to do, and that's about it, really. Let's see. Only having one refractor is driving me crazy. I can't find him. Really? You can't find refractor? It's not hard to get. At least not. He's not hard to get around here. I'm surprised people are having trouble with any of the Siege offerings. They're not. The Optimus, the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus, that's hard to get. Wave 4 with Mirage and stuff has been super slow, but the others seem pretty easy to get so far. I'm with Solmus 44. Love the holidays. Something stupid as a kid. Yeah, everybody's done stupid stuff as a kid. It's too bad if you busted your tooth, Dragonfly. What does Sam have here? I am listening. As I'm listening to this live stream, by the way, I'm having fun drawing the 1984 Autobots based on their original toy designs. It's really funny to me how different the mini-bots look, especially B. Especially B. What about Brawn? He's almost unrecognizable, man. Very interesting. It's interesting to know what people are doing while this is kind of playing in the background, because a lot of times when I go into live streams and live shows, I have it playing and I'm doing stuff in the background, you know? That's a lot of the reason why I'm not usually that chatty, because I'm engaged doing something else, though I do try to comment now and then. Thank you, Ninja Bill. Tomorrow, Spinister and Crosshairs. So stay tuned. Lots of those aimless target masters and targets, yeah. Going down here. Saw 2 refractors at Walmart here today. Yeah. I mean, Maximal 10. I'm with you. I thought refractor was going to be hard to get, but he doesn't seem that hard to get. Not around here. Maybe we're lucky. I don't know. Maybe we're fortunate. Going down here, and I know I'm missing some stuff, guys, but I'm doing my best. Let's see. I've grouped them up into little sub teams. I saw that you were writing, Sam, sub teams. Rycon. No, it's Recon. Bumblebee, Gears, Hound, Jazz, Mirage, Engineering, Huffer, Ratchet, and Wheeljack. Interesting groups. What's your theme for your groups, or is there a theme? Yeah, the update, Ninja Bill, is a couple of transformation steps for Astrotrain, but more than that, it's a chance to look at what I did to turn the Little Rumble into Enemy, and some history about the character of Enemy. Okay, so I'm kind of caught up there with the news, or not the news notes, with the comments and whatnot. Let's do the news notes, huh? Sound good? Yeah, let's do the news and notes. So a few things came up this week. Very first thing that came up is we saw more of the G-Shock Nemesis Prime. Super great paint application. Pretty excellent articulation. It's basically a stand and a watch if you're into it. It's a weird thing. It is. Why would Nemesis Prime turn into a watch? But it's cool all the same. If you're in for that niche stuff, it's a fantastic offering. There's no doubt about it. From Yoko Park, we saw a 60-centimeter, very articulated Optimus Prime. That came to us from Singapore Comic-Con. I think it was kind of first shown by Oh My Primus. It's apparently connected by a system of gears, and when you bend an elbow or raise an arm, apparently it's the interlocking gears that move. I cannot imagine the complexity to it. It looks like an amazing Optimus Prime that will scale with nothing, but be astonishingly good. I don't know what the price will be. Let's see. I don't know what the price will be, but it's been said that it's going to be like a very, very small run. Each of them are going to be numbered. The owner's name apparently will be like engraved on it. And you'll be able to register it for like authenticity or something. So it's a very small niche thing. I'm sure very costly, but I believe the engineering is going to be like as close to a real robot as we're kind of ever gonna get. So I thought that that was really cool. Mastermade showed a very cute and adorable little God Ginrai. And if you know anything about Mastermade, they've done Triptychon, and they've done, I think, Fort Max, and they certainly done Metroplex, and they've done Omega Supreme. And now they are doing a God Ginrai that apparently can be Ginrai and Super Ginrai and God Ginrai, his final form. Yeah, like, it looks good. I'm sure it's engineered well, but you would have to be in for that like chibi design, that super deformed look in order for this to appeal to you. If you're not into that, then it's not for you. But if you're into it, hey man, go for it. What else did we have? From Studio Series, we now have better images and whatnot of the plane Shatter, or Shatter plane. The car is so lackluster. I reviewed that a while ago. The car it's fine in car mode, but the robot's trash. The head sculpt's trash. The head sculpt on the plane version looks phenomenally better. I think there's a little more silver than I'd like. I would prefer a little more red, but I think the robot looks infinitely better. I have this funny feeling that for Shatter, I'm going to end up kind of having the car just stay in car mode and having the robot mode be depicted by the new one coming out. Sort of like with Dropkick, but in reverse. The helicopter will sort of stay as the helicopter, but the robot mode for Dropkick really is best represented by the car. So, like, you know, I feel like we're doing the reverse here, right? The aerial iteration of the character will be the better robot representation, and the car, that's the vehicle that'll just be kept in vehicle mode. Another Bumblebee. This one is the Jeep, the yellow Jeep. Whatever, I get it. It was that Jeep that he was at like the beginning of the Bumblebee film. Nice head sculpt, but like, does every single wave need a Bumblebee? Like every single, I feel like he's so jammed down our throats, man. No more Bumblebees. Roadbuster, he looks great if you're in for a movie Roadbuster. I'm not super familiar with the character. In fact, until I kind of went back and rewatched things, I forgot who he was, man. I forgot he was even there. But looks great. So if you're into it, I think that he may be the definitive version of Roadbuster to get. I like all of them, although a lot of people have said that they don't like the Shatter. They're like, she doesn't look very good. She has too much silver. She looks like she won't be great. I don't know. Maybe she won't. But, man, she got to be better than that car version we had, because that's garbage. I'm just saying. XM Statue showed off a whole bunch of stuff. A super detailed Grimlock that looks very stylized to match his Fall of Cybertron counterpart. Still not exactly there, but it's definitely closer to Fall of Cybertron than it is G1. And we also saw Soundwave and his cassettes. The Laserbeak in particular, kind of up by his shoulder, looks astonishingly good. I think that's only in grayscale we've seen it. The Ratbat coming out of his chest looks very nice, and the Ravage blew me away. So good. Of course, these are statues. They're for display purposes. There's not any sort of like articulation or anything with them, but you know what? Honestly, they should be pretty good. Going down here, we also, let's see. We also had the arrival of the Cyberverse deluxes. We've seen more in-hand images of them. Honestly, they look fantastic. They come with blast effects. They are what Cyberverse always should have been. No doubt in my mind. And we have a new listing for Skullcruncher. We haven't seen the character as far as I know. I assume it will be one of these new deluxes. Will it take cues from the Titan's Return, like Skull Smasher? Will it be a Headmaster? I don't think we know much, but I think it came up on like American Walmart.com. that there's a skull cruncher. I don't know. I don't know what it will be. So like speculate away. But apparently in Cyberverse line, we're getting a skull cruncher. Kind of like we got, Nah and Skybite. Apparently we're getting a skull cruncher. I think that's kind of interesting. I forgot to mention too that in the XM studios, we also are getting smaller statues that are highly detailed, either in silver or gold. I guess you could do like a Golden Lagoon cast type of thing. That's going to be Soundwave, Starscream, Megatron, Optimus, Bumblebee, and Grimlock. I think Grimlock is the most stylized and the least recognizable from the smaller ones when he's so monochromatic. I wouldn't have guessed it was Grimlock unless I had read the names. That's how stylized I think the Grimlock is. Again, they're glorious to look at. What else do we have? Cyber Factory showed off renders of their movie Starscream, and a lot of people said, are saying no, it's the Blitzwing, but no, the coloration based on the renders would indicate that it's Starscream, and he turns not into a regular jet, he turns into like a Tetra Cybertronic jet. Looks amazing. I've never heard of Cyber Factory. I don't know what the scale is of this. I don't know what the price will be. They are just renders for now. Maybe nothing will ever come of it, but the renders look very nice. Very nice. We also had a ton of news come from the Nezha Transformers crossover for China, that 52 episode series. First, we hear now we may get to see a release of it eventually outside of China. That's interesting. And we saw I'm going to say deluxe size maybe, version of, I guess, Nezha that comes with a little figurine. Now, the little figurine is the Nezha warrior that like kind of, I don't want to say mythical, but like that legendary character. And it's able to get into the chest of the larger Transformer. I don't know if the character of Nezha somehow morphs into like a metallic Cybertronian, or if that's like a mech suit. I feel like, though, the look of it and the idea and the way the styling was done is very much sort of like those Street Fighter Transformers where they look like the kind of human characters, but they were obviously robots. So I don't know. I don't know for sure, but it looks really good. All we had seen previously was like 3 little Legion class figures. This is the first kind of main line figure. I like the packaging for it. It's a blister pack, but like it's kind of open faced. It's a bit weird. It might be cutting down on the plastic. If that's what they go with for future packaging, it might be okay. I don't know if it's lending itself better to theft or not. I don't know. But like it looks good, painted very well. It's not for me, but painted very well. Also from Dollar Store this week, we saw Prexio figurines of Bumblebee and Optimus and Grimlock and Megatron and Starscream and Soundwave. They have very, very nice paint. I think they're blind bagged. There might be like little numbers or something, but I don't know. We also saw a whole bunch more Botbots coming. They look kind of Halloween themed to me. Like I think one was a pumpkin. I don't know. If you're into Botbots, rejoice. There's more Botbots coming. We also had Unique Toys. When was the last time we saw anything from Unique Toys? They showed off their Age of Extinction Galvatron that they're calling Nero. Looks astonishingly good. Only a gray prototype yet, but looks amazingly detailed in both robot and that Argosy cab over truck mode. And it comes with a little person. I don't know who that is supposed to be. I don't know if it's Joshua Joyce. I don't know if it's whatever Kelsey Grammer's character was. I can't remember his name now, but there's like a little figurine that comes with them. It's weird, but if it's to the level of their, I think, Optimus Prime, and if it's to the level of Peru Kill, Unique Toys is going to have a savage version of movie Galvatron on their hands. He looks really impressive, and what they've been doing with that movie line is blowing a lot of other things away. Like Peru Kill is sheer art, absolute sheer art. We also had confirmed coming out of Japan that yes, the Raiden project will be a masterpiece, and it will be spearheaded by like the most experienced of the Takara developers, going right back to like some G1 developers. Okay, apparently there's a huge Japanese like culture of train fandom, so that's where their market is, and Takara knows their market real well, man. Okay, it's not what I would have wanted. I'd like a Raiden, but like I would imagine that the prices for these are going to be insane. Too rich for my blood. Too rich for my blood. I'm sure it'll look glorious, but it's not for me. Speaking of rich for blood, the Nemesis Prime has pre-orders up. I can't remember where, but I think his regular retail price is $355, and I think he's on sale on pre-order for $384. So he's not quite as expensive as the MP44 Optimus because he doesn't have the trailer, but like it's still expensive. $284. Now I think that's Canadian. To be fair, I think that's Canadian. So if you were to do it American, $200, I guess that's more in the ballpark. That makes better sense than the idiotic amount that Optimus was going for. But you're not getting as much. So I mean, it's a trade-off. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. I'm going to check in with you guys. Then we're going to talk about the last kind of two bits of news from this week, but I see that you guys have been talking here, and I do want to kind of catch up with you a little bit. We're making pretty good time here tonight, too. Let's see. Got to go back. How far back do we have to go? Okay. Let's see. Going down here. There are 5 refractors collecting dust on a shelf near Dragonfly. I bet we'll get Trax, Trailbreaker, and Inferno guaranteed. Inferno absolutely guaranteed because he's going to come from Grapple. And like I said last week, I'm in for Grapple now because my Grapple, my Solar Storm Grapple, is going to become Holler. The Inferno, I guess we'll see. Maybe. Trailbreaker, yeah, he's going to come from Hoist. Makes sense. Usually Trailbreaker comes first and Hoist is the rework. This time they're doing it the other way around. That being said, that Hoist is super duper hollow. One of the most hollow figures I've ever seen, ever. Take that for what it's worth. Trax, I presume we could get a Trax that would be like a reshell, maybe a reuse of Wheeljack. Potentially, I could see that, and I think that would work all right. We shall see, but I don't think you're wrong, Dinosaur Planet. I think you're probably right, actually. Let's see. He's going off of their original toys. I'm grouping them based on the function that they have listed on their tech specs. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, group them by the function on their tech specs. That makes perfect sense. I wonder if Wheeljack will be made into Sunstreaker. Maybe. I could kind of see Wheeljack. I could kind of see Sunstreaker from Wheeljack. Maybe. I could see that MWG. That'd be an interesting Sunstreaker. I might be down for that, too. Unless now the Wheeljack mold is trash, but it doesn't look to be. It looks like it's going to be great. I think my Classics Wheeljack may go replaced. The only reason I have any of the Wave 3 figures is because of my family. I saw that Ninja Bill. You know what? You got to be thankful for those that are in your life that help you out. You know, good life lesson for us all. Kato, glad you're here, buddy. Always happy when you drop by. Wheeljack's chest looks weird. It does. Everybody's saying hi to Kato. By the way, Kato just celebrated, I believe, 1 year. And you know what? You said, like, I don't know about quality and audio and stuff. Kato, brother, your first video is still better than mine now. I don't know what I'm doing. I said it last week. I'm almost techie literate. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Just keep doing what you love. As we go down here, I want a new Minerva and Metal Hawk. Sometime down. I'm fine with the Metal Hawk that I got, but now to be fair, I got the one from that box set, and I love it because it's the Trigger Happy mold, and I loved Trigger Happy. Minerva, totally in for 100%. Give me a Siren while we're at it, or Ghost Shooter, if you will. We'd like to have that Shockwave. Still need SS38. I saw the new Studio Series Shockwave, not in hand, but like I've seen information about it, and I said that it was kind of a reuse, remold, I guess, of the Studio Series 1331 Megatron, and it is. It has some different parts. I love that mold, so I like it for Shockwave. I think it matches him well. But the thing that struck me with Shockwave that I kind of don't like is there's a lot of soft rubbery plastic on the guy, like a ton of it. So take that for what you will. As we go down here, feel the same about B. Devlin, glad you're here. New Huffer would be good. I'd be down with that. New tracks would be good. We don't need a new Earthrise Bumblebee, but just for you, Chicken Fried Steak, I hope you get it. I'm sure you will. You're going to get a Bumblebee reuse from Cliffjumper. Let's be realistic here. Rail Racer combining team. Yeah, I'd be down for that, Ninja Bill. Definitely in for Jet Mode Shatter, me too. I actually quite like that Jeep Mode Bumblebee, and I actually feel like we'll only get Roadbuster since he matches the aesthetic of the original two records. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with everything Sam said there. Topspin and Leadfoot had all of their weapons deployed in vehicle mode, whereas the original Roadbuster figure did not. A blaster would be perfect. Blaster, I could see a blaster happening. Again, I don't need it, but I'm fine with my FOC one. But yeah, blaster would be a cool one, Devlin. I'm with you there. A new building. Oh, Build King. Build King would be cool. It would be cool. What a kind of a random one, man. Cyberverse has a bunch of Beast characters. There's a Thunderhowl new. Yeah, I don't know who this Thunderhowl is, but I'm probably in for Thunderhowl if it's any good. Really? There's an Air Hammer? I never saw that. A lot of season 3 I haven't seen yet. I was watching it on YouTube, and now it's all region blocked in Canada. We can't watch it, and it hasn't premiered yet here. I don't know what the delay is. Nope, I don't want any Build-A-Figures. Not in the slightest. I don't want to have to go trying to hunt it down. It's too bad McAdam is like it. I've never liked Build-A-Figures. Not in the least, because I'm one of those guys that I'll get 3 out of 4 of those pieces, and not getting that last one will grate on my nerves. And I would be the guy to say, just release the figure. Just give me the figure, or at least some version of it. You know, like take Impactor. You know, like just release the Impactor that we got. If you want to make the one that looks like the more recent IDW Comics version, release him as a BAF. But no, I don't even like the concept of BAF. Hard no for me, man. Cyberverse. I know. Interesting, Eddie. Interesting. Went looking for Dollar Street general figures. Found none. Kato, the dollar store ones that you're talking about, is that the little figurines that you were talking about? Yeah, I know. I knew it was Kelsey. Oh, it is Kelsey Grammer, Steve? Okay, I was wondering that. Adinger? Is that his name? Adinger? I can't remember what his name was. Yeah, Rack and Ruin. Give me a Rack and Ruin, man. Those. He's going for those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Yeah. That was such a good show. Fraser was such a good show. Kelsey Grammer's such a talented actor, man. I love that guy. It's such an interesting life, too, if you've ever like seen him interviewed and stuff. Such an interesting life. Let's see, what do we have here? Really hard to top the original. I don't know what SFC is. Wouldn't mind a remake upgrade of Rail Racer. Absolutely. Kato is putting money on Wheeljack being Sunstreaker. I don't know if I'd put money on it, but I could see it. Let's see. I'm already going to get... What? All I'm really going to get from Earthrise are the Micromasters and the Modulars. It's all I'm interested in. I want all the Micromasters. Boots Guardian, I can't argue with you. Anyone else going in for the Civil Warrior General Grand? I've seen it. It's an impressive looking Optimus-ish figure. It's not for me, but Kato, I wouldn't be able to argue with you. If you're going in for it, I think you're making a solid choice. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I'm a sucker for Shockwave figures. Fair enough, Ninja Bill, buddy. Take care, ACP. We're almost done here anyway. Well, you guys are getting chatty there now. Let's see. Build a diorama. There you go. Build a diorama. I'm with Kato. Don't have a build a figure. Build a diorama. I'm totally down for that. Wow, what a brilliant idea, Kato. I love that. I got the scraplet. I mean, it's nothing exciting, but it's niche and it's cute and it's nice to have. Of course, me, I always talk about the scraplet, so that's why I got him. Sam, I think there's going to be a Rack and Ruin in the Cyberverse line. There is a Rack and Ruin in the Cyberverse line. I don't know what the quality of it will be, Sam. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, the last two things to talk about here is, in fact, Earthrise Cliffjumper. He looks great. He's a wonderful Legends class figure. Definitely not worth the deluxe class price point. Yes, admittedly, he does come with a ton of extra parts. But if you strip those away, and mark my words, soon enough, those parts will be stripped away and you'll just get that small figure for that deluxe price point. But for now, yes, I see the argument for all of those bits. It's adding value. It's all individual pieces that you can add to them, like the little ski pieces. I find it interesting that the rear of the car removes and it sort of becomes like a, I don't know, like a parts forming piece. I don't know if there was another way to engineer it or not. I don't think that's a big deal because you could just pop it out and pop it back in. I mean, we're doing it with weaponizers all the time now. I don't know. Here's the thing. I've been saying all along, like, I'm not in for Cliffjumper. I'm not. But you know what? You put him on sale, 25% off, 30% off. Boom, I'm in because he's worth that. Maybe he shouldn't be the price of a Legends class figure because he does come with all this stuff. But he's definitely not a deluxe either. He's somewhere in between both of those. If a Legends here in Canada was $12.97 and a deluxe is $29.99, I believe that something like Cliffjumper makes sense at about $19.99 here. In the US, I think it's about a $15, $16 figure. Just saying. The other thing, he does look glorious though. Well engineered too. The last thing, the leaked, I guess, shared, whatever artwork of that ugly monstrosity known as HasLab Unicron in city mode. What? I don't know if that's supposed to be a selling point or a good feature. I think it looks awful. I think it looks so bad. But to be fair, if he can do that, then why didn't they show that before? I think that was a concept. I think they've shown it. I don't think he's actually capable of doing it. I think it got scrapped. But let's say he can do it. I do respect then that does add playability because he is so large that helps the display value if you can keep something that big in its city mode. Don't know how many people can. I don't know. It's not for me. Masterfire sent me the image and said, you're going to laugh at this. I didn't laugh at it. I just saw it and went like, good grief. What they wouldn't try to do. It's not for me. If you're in for it, cool. But it's not for me. I'm still eyes on the prize with Zeta. Just saying, man. Just saying. Okay, so going back up here. Let's see. But what were you guys saying? Honestly, just buy Titan's Return Roburn and get a 3D printed off head. You could do that too, Dinosaur Planet, and make that your Cliffjumper. When can we get a new Jetstorm? Yeah, I'm with Steve. When can we get a new Jetstorm? I'm down for that. Gotta go get supper. Have a fantastic night, Dennis. Thank you, my friend. Ninja Bill taking off, and I'm about to take off as well very, very shortly here now. But I do want to see what you guys are saying, see if we got something else to talk about here. Build quality and articulation is better than Legends. He's deluxe quality, but not size. I don't know, Kato. I don't Is it really? Because something like Titan's Return Brawn or Beachcomber was done astonishingly well, in my opinion. Astonishingly well, and no parts for me. And some people say, hey, Brawn had parts for me. Bronze was a shield. If you wanted to leave it off, you could, and he still transformed into a complete full vehicle. That was your call. I don't know. I'm not convinced it's a deluxe. $19.99. That's what it should be in Canada. $15-16. That's what it should be in the US. I don't know where people are getting these though. They're being released somewhere. I could see the comparisons to the original Bumblebee, but it is different though, Sam. But there are similarities. There are inspirations for sure. Yeah, Unicron City mode. Unicron City mode. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, scrapped idea. I heard the same thing. Interesting to see what it would look like, but like I think it looks ridiculous. Yes, MWG just said it. Though I saw a review on it, and like the guy didn't show. I don't even remember who done it now, but the guy didn't show him next to Legend class figures. That seems like the cardinal thing to do. Showed him next to MP45 Bumblebee. They're not even in the same line. I don't know why that was done. I don't know. I don't get it. Pretty fun idea. Galvatron turning Unicron's remains into a new fortress for himself. That would be an interesting idea. I'll give you that. I will never get that Unicron. Scalp figure straight from the manufacturer. It is, if I want a Unicron, it's the Armada one. Fair enough, Boots Guardian. Yeah, I'm not in for it. And you know what? I don't have any remorse. I'm glad I'm not in for it. I expect the QC on that to be awful. We'll see. New G-Axis. I could get behind that. I didn't see the Hoist review, but interesting. And I think we're almost there. 3D printed head. Earthrise already might have gotten them. Yeah, black market style, Maximal 10. You're probably right, my friend. Masterfire, just watch Muppets Family Christmas. What a great show, Masterfire. But you're coming in, my friend, at the worst possible time because I'm just about to take off. What can I say? Check it out, Masterfire. Let me know your comments because I actually kind of did give you a shout out where you sent me the picture of that Unicron City mode, which was just awful. I appreciate you coming by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. My jaw is starting to really ache. I need to get out of here. You know that I'm so very thankful when you give me that time. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, there's a donate link down in the description. Of course, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget that somehow, some way, each and every day, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time, because remember, we have 2 reviews coming up tomorrow. I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either here in the live streams, at the stop motion premieres, or inside the videos.